Hello and welcome. It's Equidance Live, episode 5. I'm so sorry we weren't here last week. However, I've told you guys already, but if you didn't know, my eldest son, Ali, was in quarantine, so we could have him come stay with us, which meant he had to stay on this side of the house, so I didn't have the studio. So I did the garden instead. And now he's here with me. Say hi, Ali.
Hi.
He's there. He's just over there. So I've got my 14-year-old son. It's 14 now because his birthday was last week. The most rubbish birthday he's ever had because coronavirus ruined it for him. But he's here and he's going to be enjoying it tonight. And he's looking at the money that's been raised from the raffle tonight. And we do have a prize raffle going on tonight. But first of all, before we tell you about that, I'm just going to let you know a couple of things about Equidance. Folks, we are open. We are open. The beautiful thing about Equidance is that you can book us online and you can send a video of your paces or your floor plan and we can work with you on your music right away. Because I tell you what, folks, you're going to be back in competition soon before you know it. And the last thing we want is everybody all of a sudden booking 100 flipping musics in a week and we can't cope with it. So if you want to do your freestyle, if you want to get ready for when the season reopens, get your orders in soon, folks. We can do it online. But on top of that, and I know this is a little bit controversial, we can also do private clinics because it's my work and I need to travel for work, which is absolutely fine within the government guidelines. So if you've got a private yard with horses and you are willing to ride your floor plans, I'm willing to come and see you. Now, the thing is, we have this amazing new setup for our private clinics, which means we don't have to have any contact at all. I have a 3-meter table with an extra screen at one end. So when we're picking music, I don't even need to be within literally spitting distance of you. So it's fine, it's safe. And as long as I've got a bush to pee behind, I'm good to go. So you can book us. So call me up or email Mrs. Equidance, and we've already taken 2 bookings for the next 2 weeks for private clinics. We are ready to go and it's safe. 74 people watching already, just a few more and I'll tell you about our amazing raffle tonight because we always give away fantastic prizes and I know some of you watched on my little video earlier on. But we always make as much money as we can for our charity. And our designated charity is Horse World in Bristol. We absolutely love Horse World and they really need our help right now. So we are giving away 3 prizes tonight. And wait for it. The first prize is a freestyle music arrangement by Equidance up to advanced medium. That's £130, folks. £130 main prize tonight. But more than that, we've got another prize. The second prize is a £25 voucher. So get putting in your donations because that's how to enter tonight. All you've got to do is go onto the Equidance Facebook page and donate whatever you can. Once you've donated and put your name on it, you will go into the raffle. And at the end of the evening, my son over here is collating all the names. We're going to do a random number generator. And the first prize will be called second prize for a £25 music voucher. And the third prize for our amazing Equidance pen. Isn't it? It's like blankety blank, the Equidance checkbook and pen. So there we go. Tonight, please dig deep. Give to our charity. It's on our Facebook page just above or below or however your browser works. Click on the Horse World link, make a donation. That is your raffle prize. You could win an Equidance freestyle up to £130, advanced medium. Or second prize, £25 voucher. Third prize, Equidance pen. I want one of these. Anyway, simple as that. So I'm going to plug that all the way through the evening because it's really important tonight. But first of all, I'm going to give you a little interval to let you go and actually do a donation and enter the raffle. And you would have seen this last time, but this is our little interval video to allow you to go and give. Give deep, dig deep. Please help us. Horse World needs you, and I'll see you in a minute.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's refreshment time, folks.
Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it.
Ha ha! A corny little video there. Don't forget though, please, this is an amazing raffle and we really want to make as much money. We've got a £2,000 target. We're already over the £1,000 mark, but we would love to raise this money for Horse World. They do an amazing job. First prize, a freestyle from us up to advanced medium. Second prize, 25 quid. Third prize, an Equidance pen. Now, I'm not going to plug that anymore right now. I just hope that you can please see it in you to go and give some money because we really want to make that work. And what a great prize. And let's be honest, not that many people are going to enter tonight. So you're in with a really good chance of winning. Okay, folks. So we are open. You can come and join us and we can do work for you. Let's have a look. What's next? Charity's done. Oh, we've got a birthday today. Now, a lot of people here will know the amazing Sharon Walker. Give your hands up on your message. You know the Sharon Walker? Because this is Sharon, the lovely Sharon Walker, BD Southern. She's the regional person for BD Southern and we love her. So happy birthday, Sharon. Happy birthday to you. I'm not going to do the whole song because I look like an idiot. But happy birthday, Sharon. Please, everyone, shout her on the messages and say hello because she's just awesome. Happy birthday, Sharon. It was lovely to talk to you earlier. So tonight we've got the most amazing couple on our interview tonight on the screen behind me. We've got Jezz Palmer and Lucy Pye. And here's a picture of them. Look at them. Aren't they the darlings of Southern dressage? They just look amazing. Now, normally, most of you will know that they look like this. On holiday. Always on holiday. And there you can see them with Danny Morgan too. But tonight, they're joining us and they've got some great things to share with us. That's just awesome. Now, remember, last time we were here, episode 4, wasn't last week, it was the week before, we were talking with Anna Miller. And if you remember, we had 2 horses that we were looking at music for Anna. And one of them was the Inter One horse. Now, I've got to get the name right. Aris. I call it Aries, but it's Aris. And Aris is an 18-hand beast of a thing. Now, bearing in mind, when you see the video, actually, Anna Miller's like 5'10", so Aris doesn't look so big, but Aris is massive, and we were choosing music. And I think if you remember, if you were here, we chose that we were going to go with some songs by Muse. Now, Muse are a rock band, a prog rock band, so that's quite unusual for dressage. But we did go for that. And there's 2 reasons for that. One is that it suits the horse. And 2 is that it's got some really strong memories for Anna. So that's really important because she's going to really love riding it. Now, it's a bit out there as far as dressage goes. And we spoke about that, I think it was episode 2 where I played something by Anne-Marie Borkeppers and she used some Muse music as well. So don't get scared. This isn't what we do all the time, but it's an interesting one. I'm going to show you a video now of how I edited Anna's music. Not all of it, because I'm not going to show you everything, because there'll be my competitors online and be going, what does Tony do? What does he do with his videos? Well, I'm not going to show you everything, but I'm going to show you the basics so you can get an idea of how we put this stuff together. Do you want to see it? Here we go. I shall show you as soon as I can find the file. Enjoy. Hi everyone and welcome. This is my editing software and this is Pro Tools. So it's an actual look behind the scene at what we do here in Equidance to make your stuff, in a simplified way, to make your stuff sound great and your freestyles edited together beautifully. As you can see, we've got a little window here with the video on. Normally that would be up on my big screen above me, but I need you to be able to see what's going on with the horse as well as this basic editing today. And there's lots of parts of this editor that you won't need to see, but I can zoom in and show you bits and pieces as we go. So first of all, this is the music that we chose for Anna Miller. If you remember, on the last episode we were chatting with Anna, and she really wanted some Muse on her Into One. So that's what we've done. And I've got a session here that we've put together, the basics, so I can run through it. Now, we have got an audio editor here, and all of these little lines that you see of audio down here are all separate tracks. So we've chosen 3 tracks, one to fit the trot, one to fit the canter, and one to fit the walk. The trot track is here. Which is Uprising by Muse, and then we've also got the walk track, which is here, which is Sing for Absolution, and then there's Dead Inside for the canter. As you can see, they're quite bold moves, they're quite big ideas, so it should work really well. Well, we hope it's going to work really well. But as we said on the interview, it may be a bit too forward-thinking, but at the end of the day, the music really suits the horse, and Anna absolutely loves riding to it because it holds memories for her. So let's have a look at the intro first of all. We've got an intro. Remember I said before, you can have an intro of up to 20 seconds before you come in at A, and then it's discretionary down the centre line. This is just 14 seconds, but just before it, we've put a little symbol here. Hang on, let me just move it across. A little reverse symbol, so she knows when she's coming in. If you notice, have a listen. Now, if you see there on the halt, if we just move to the halt part there, you can see where it goes into a... We've managed to pick a part of the song where we've got a natural gap in the audio, but also we've managed to put some reverb here, which is on a separate channel. This is the reverb we're using here. So when it comes in... you can hear the reverb hanging on across the gap there. So the intro is really important. It sets everything up, and that's showing you a little bit about how we do that. Right, next, let's have a look at how we've arranged the actual music. Now, on the trot track here, let's get rid of our reverb there. On the trot track here, you can see we've got lots of little cuts. Let's just make that a bit bigger. A bit bigger again. You can see we've got lots of little cuts here throughout the track because we've had to rearrange it to fit. And if you look at the top, I've marked everything out. So we've got trot, extended trot, trot, extended trot, and then walk. So I've had to rearrange. There's also some half pass in here, and I wanted a different section for that. So at the beginning, it just starts off and establishes the track. Let's have a look. And you can see about here, when it comes in to the extended trot, we've taken the heavier part of the track later on, and it transitions into that. And then back to a quieter section as she goes round the end there. But then also it goes into a different section for her lateral work. So watch. So you can see there we've kind of used a different section of the music, and it works well with going sideways. So both half passes there on the zigzag annotated with that. And as we move along again, it gets to the final extended trot and then the transition to walk. So you can see here we've had to do several bits which are transitions to make and rearrange this music so it works. And then a lovely transition into walk. So at the beginning of the walk section, you can see here, there's this little part here, there's a little kind of reverse reverb. And what I've done is I've taken the first note off the track, recorded some reverb and reversed it. So we get a nice smooth transition into it, which sounds like this. So if we put it in with the end of the trot track as well, it's nice and smooth. And then also, of course, we've edited the trot track to get the best bits in for a bit of collected and free walk. The horse goes a little bit lateral there, but we know the pace of the horse generally, so we're working the tempo to that. And then at the end of the walk, again, you see we've got a really smooth transition there. And at the end of that, we've actually got some delays coming out. So I'll play you the delays. That's like an echo where it repeats. Let me play you that. So that just carries on while the new track starts. But let's put them together again. How cool is that? A full Muse into one dressage there with Anna Miller riding it on Aris, that beautiful 18 hands high horse. What an absolute stunner. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And I know it's a little bit out there and it may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I think the music really suits that horse. And I think Anna's going to really love riding to it. And I think freestyle is changing. So let's make that happen, folks. Now, listen, a couple more things I want to talk to you about before we introduce our wonderful interviewees tonight. We got Jezz and Lucy from JLP. That's Jezz Palmer and Lucy Pye coming on a little bit. But first of all, I just want to tell you about a couple of really cool things that are going on at the moment as apps. Now, one of them is a wonderful company that I know well and I'm working with, and it's called Dressage Test Pro. If you haven't come across these guys, you really need to check it out because you can learn all your dressage tests from this for BD and also for USDF, but I know we don't have many American viewers here, but for BD, all the tests are available and it's all interactive. Please check it out. It's amazing, honestly, and these guys are super cool. Also, there's another super app I'd like you to check out as well. It's called Ridely. Now, this is fairly new, but this is for you to improve your training and reach your goals. And it's a goal-based application where you can say what you want to do. You can watch videos of people training and helping you, but it's all really interactive, an incredible way of improving your training and reaching your goals. So Ridely, give that a go, and who knows, you might see something from us on both of those at some point soon. Fingers crossed. That would be cool. Hey, fingers crossed. I'm just showed a picture of Jezz and Lucy again. Anyway, let's just take that one off. So that's the first part of the show over. Now we're going to introduce our very special guests. But before we do so, folks, remember, we are making money tonight for Horse World in Bristol. So if you want to enter the raffle, you've got 30 minutes or so left. You can do so by just looking on our Facebook page, clicking on the link for the Just Giving and donating. My 14-year-old son is over here and he's going to play all the names. First prize, amazingly, is a freestyle by Equidance, up to £130. So that's an advanced medium. Or if you're doing PSG or above, you've got £130 off your freestyle. That's a big prize. Second prize, £25 voucher towards your freestyle. And the third prize is an Equidance pen, which my son now has because he's writing down the questions. But please click on the link and give. What are we on now, Ali? What money are we on now? Just to let you know, just an update. We were on £730 before tonight. We're on what? £1,200. Our target is £2,000. Please, folks, dig deep. We really need to help our Horse World charity because we love them to bits and we love our horses to bits and they look after the horses that nobody else loves. So please, at this particular time, it's really hard for them to raise funds. They've had to cancel all their events, so we are trying our hardest to raise money. So it's not much to ask. There won't be many entries and you're in for a shot at this £130 top prize. Thank you. So on that note, I'm going to turn to this screen and we're going to bring in our good friends. Oh, here they are. It's Jezz and Lucy. Hello, Jezz and Lucy. How are you doing?
Hello.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
You guys can see them okay? Look. It's just Lucy. It's so cool. We love this. So welcome to Equidance Live episode 5. This is the first time we've had two people on the show at once.
We're normally the first for a duet.
So I heard a rumour that you guys are getting married.
Yes.
Wow, yes. Coronavirus has prompted us.
Finally make some plans. It's been a while, so yeah.
It has been a while, has it? Yeah. I mean, it was ages. For me and Mrs. Equidance, we got actually, we're not quite officially... what's this? We got some notes already. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Mrs. Equidance just popped her head around the corner. We got unofficially married a few months ago, but we're still waiting to do... We were going to do our big day... in July, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh no.
That's a shame.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. We're still together, and most importantly,
It can be worse.
we're alive.
Well,
precisely.
we've been engaged like 8 years.
Yeah.
8 years now.
That's
And
all fine.
Hang on a
then
minute,
we're hopefully getting married on our 10th anniversary.
8 years? That must mean you got engaged at like 10.
Yeah, like that. I don't hang around.
You are childhood sweethearts, then I take it.
Something like that.
That is amazing. Now listen, folks, I mean, I've followed your career. I've only been in this for 4 years, and I've been watching you guys work your way up. Give us a brief history about the Jezz and Lucy story, about where you started. Lucy, let's start with you. How did you get into this?
So I basically had my first proper horse, or pony, and I trained with Ben Rowland. So that was my first regionals. She had an injury, so I wasn't able to jump her anymore, which is what I originally did. I liked jumping. So it meant I had to do dressage. So went to Ben Rowlands and trained for regionals, and we were lucky enough to qualify for the nationals. So yeah, that was good. So that was our first taste, and then that was it. We were hooked.
What, with the dressage? So you went from the jumping to the dressage?
Yeah, I didn't jump very seriously, but mostly for fun and with my friends. So yeah, but obviously her injury led me into doing dressage, which now we've obviously do as a career, which at the time you probably wouldn't have known that was going to happen, but yeah.
So you just fell into dressage. And Jezz, how about you?
Exactly.
Excuse the pun. Jezz, what about you?
So similar sort of story really. I had never wanted to do dressage, always wanted to do jumping. When I was young, always wanted to jump. Actually was going to go for a job with a show jumper, thought I was a bit older than I was. And then I started training with Ben, St John James and Roland. And then I ended up going there with a naughty horse for 2 weeks and never left. So then I was there for 5 years. And then they taught me everything, like showed me everything from the start. I couldn't even muck out very fast then. I had to learn to get quick. I had to learn how to do the yard. I remember the first day I went there, they were like, right, skip out these 16. I was like, what, all 16? Like, I have to do that now in like an hour. They're like, I rang my mum and I was like, I'll just skip 16 horses out. And she was like, what, you've done it? Also, she knew how slow I was. So yeah, they taught me the pace and what you do and how you do it. And then I started doing the regionals and breaking in and training and competing, everything like that from them. And then moved up to Paul Fridays when I was 20. And then 3 years on, we are now at JLP. In 4 years,
So we moved back 3 years ago in 2 weeks. So we've set up our own business, just outside Southampton 3 years ago. So it's literally flown, like it's mad, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's mad.
It almost feels like it's only been a year in some respects. But yeah, we're quite lucky. We've got 10 horses at home. And
how many?
Yeah, not our own. Not clients' horses and our own, luckily. Like, we've got really nice clients. So we're very lucky to have the setup we do, just a couple of miles from where we live, and yeah.
Very lucky.
That's us.
So that's JLP dressage. So predominantly,
JLP
you're
dressage.
Bringing horses on, or what are you doing?
Yeah, just competition livery. We have horses in, we train them, we compete them. A few of the horses either get sold on, or they carry on training through the levels, or the owners take them back once they're a bit more established and a bit more advanced. We help people along, and we do a lot of training and. Like every afternoon we're out teaching locally in the area, and then like weekends we do clinics or whatever you sort of do really.
Yeah, well, but in these times, I guess things have been affected quite a lot. So how's that changed the way that you're doing your business right now? Just briefly, because no one wants to really mull over the fact that we're in lockdown.
No, to be honest, we are so used to just being absolutely flat out. We've taken a little bit of a step back, and it gives you the chance to kind of think actually how we really like how we do things, what perhaps we would change when things get back to normal, whenever that may be. But yeah, it's given us a chance to actually kind of reflect, which I think is really good.
It's just that bit of breathing room to be like, right, okay, actually we can do this, carry on doing that, change that part of it. And like I've been doing quite a lot online, teaching, and actually that works unbelievably well. I mean, why no we never done it before? I don't know.
I mean, like, it's enabled just to teach people that we may not have been able to get to purely because of the distance or the time it would have taken, and actually they're able to have more regular training than they probably would have done before, which is great.
So on Saturday, I somehow managed to be in Southampton where we're based, and I taught 3 in the Isle of Wight, 1 in and 2 in Reading. I was like, this is great.
So there is a silver lining here. I mean, we've been having lessons from Anna Ross. With Kelly's been having lessons from Anna Ross up at the yards, and we've had Bluetooth headphones in Kelly while she's been riding, because obviously I don't ride. And Kelly's had headphones in, and I've been like literally filming like I'm lunging the horse all the way round, and so Anna could see, and then they could talk backwards and forwards on the Bose headphones, and it's been brilliant. It's been
amazing.
so much easier than putting the horse in the box and travelling. It's been like, wow, like a fraction of the time.
Can't it to get a horse out and about and go for a lesson? So it's very good.
Yeah, we're loving that too. That's great. So I think that diversity's probably been a good wake-up call anyway, to show how people can do things online. I mean, for us as well, obviously we do a lot of business online, but we do still love the clinics because we love meeting people, you know.
It is nice in person. I mean, like, it's not quite the same. You obviously you're able, you can do everything you can, but actually seeing someone in person there's just something about that, isn't there?
Yeah, it's really important to see people in person, and we love it. I'm missing that. That's the thing I'm missing more than anything. But actually, we're taking on clinics now because we can do this amazing distancing thing. So it's okay, as long as, I mean, it's part of our work, and we're allowed to do that as part of our work. Maybe a bit controversial, but we can do it. There's no risk. I'm not going to risk my family, you know, because we've been sheltering for 7 weeks, but I can go and be outside with a few people. It's not like a contact sport, is it?
Yeah, I completely agree.
So apart from your professional life, let's move on to freestyle, guys. That's what we're here to talk about. And I've got some questions for you about freestyle. So why should dressage riders have a go at freestyle? Tell us.
I think it's great because you can play to your strengths. It allows you to perhaps maybe hide something you don't want people to see so obviously, as well as really highlight the things you want people to see really clearly. So I think it's great, and it's good fun.
And it's quite good with the green ones, you know, if you've got, say you're doing an elementary or their first medium or something, you know, one half pass is a bit harder than the other way. You do it going away and you do one going towards, and, you know, as long as you make it look flowing and easy, it's really good to do. I actually quite like doing a freestyle for a horse's first level up, so I can help them a bit more.
Great.
You know, they've got a green change and you can't do it, you don't have to do it at a marker, you can do it a little bit before it felt ready, so you went for it, whereas obviously in a straight test, you'd get a little bit marked down for that.
In a sense, it kind of takes the pressure off. If you need that extra couple of strides, then you can have that and play to that as in your favour, really.
Yeah, even as far as a novice, you know, the canter transition, it doesn't matter if it takes you 3 strides longer to get the canter transition, then it's perfect.
I totally get that. And do you know what? It's so funny. Every time I ask a dressage rider about what's the great thing about freestyle, they always say you can get away with stuff. But from a beginner's point of view, I mean, I guess, you know, they're looking at it's from a lot of the guys I meet, grassroots, they're just coming through and they're a bit scared of Novice 37 or something because it's just so regimented.
Well, that's me. Test on a 4-year-old or 5-year-old when they're first doing it, that's scary.
But if you're taking a horse out on freestyle, I guess, and it's music you love, we were talking about this earlier. What music was it? You know, we've done some music with you guys, but what's your favourite music?
I recently did my first international, and I kind of stole the music that Jezz had for one of his horses, much to his disgust.
A good bit of Ed Sheeran and
It was
Jess
Ed
Glynn.
Sheeran, and I loved it. Like, it was so much fun. It was just great. Like, I actually ride around it, and it makes you smile, and I don't often do that. Normally have the worst...
smile?
Yeah. Have the worst concentration face, but actually it makes you smile, so it's good.
Jezz, you're marrying her, mate.
Question, that was all.
I love that.
For one.
On the freestyle, you must have some crazy freestyle stories between you. I mean, shit that's gone wrong or anything like that? Tell us your worst and best freestyle stories. Come on.
You've
So
got to say it, yeah,
I would say,
regional.
obviously, going back to obviously having just done the recent show that I really enjoyed. The show I did before that, my horse was really sharp, and she decided to basically bolt the full length of the arena with as my second movement. So I halted before the end, thinking, at least I'm in the arena, and I thought, well, I'll either retire or I try and get to my halt at the right time whilst avoiding what it was that she was bolting from. So I freestyled like I had never freestyled before.
Yeah.
And we made it. It was actually, I was quite pleased with myself for getting to the end, and I had a fair few funny comments about it, but it was still fun. It was fine. And if I was doing a straight test, I probably would have been on 52%. So to come out not feeling too bad, it was alright.
What did you get, 68?
Yeah, I think I got 68. So at the regionals, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
But I had no idea what was coming next. And I'm looking at Lucy, Lucy's looking at me, and she's like thinking, have I done that movement? And I'm thinking, I know you've done that movement. And she's like, so have I done that movement? I was thinking, I know you've done that movement. I don't know if you've done a shoulder in. And it's
I was
done very
literally
well.
listing in my head the compulsory movements that I had to try and fit in. So yeah.
That is something that you have to do a lot, to be fair. As long as you learn what is needed for the freestyle, that is very much advised, because there's quite often when you have a mistake or you have to improvise, because probably one of my biggest blips in a freestyle is when the music's jumped up the disc and you're like, I wasn't there.
Yes.
Or the CD players jumped up. You don't really know exactly why it happens sometimes, and then you're like, oh, I'm just about to come into my walk and I was just about to do an extended trot or something like that. So you have to just make sure you're very much on your music and learn it
I think also having a plan B is great. So although it sounds like we completely freestyle, you kind of think, well, if something was to go wrong, what's the best way to go about it? And if you have a plan B, then your freestyle you can save it, which is good.
Well, we were talking earlier, weren't we? We talked about sometimes when you go to a venue and their CD player isn't set up correctly. So it's and often there's this thing. I'll explain, ladies and gentlemen. Some places, excuse me, folks, some places have CD players which have a plus and minus 8%. It's like a DJ CD player, and it looks like a fader on a mixing desk. Like what are these here? Like that, right? But it shouldn't be at the bottom, because the bottom is plus 8. The middle is where it should be, and that's normal speed. But because they don't know, they just leave it on the bottom like a fader, and it means everyone's music goes really fast. So if you come across that, just go to the sound booth and say, put your fader up in the middle, because that's happened to you, hasn't it? Isn't it?
So that happened to me at regionals, and the horse felt so nice. And I was just sort of going around, I was thinking, it feels lovely, I feel like I've got it just where I want it, and I was thinking, I swear I'm running out of music. I definitely should be on a circle here, or I'm coming into my medium trot, and I just carried on casually without it sort of. I think it's not to let it fluster you. I think that's the biggest thing. And then I sort of finished a test, and I was sort of running out of music the whole way through, and I finished it. And I come out, I was like, I don't know why the music went really fast, and they were like, well, everyone said that.
Everyone said that. There you go.
Yeah. And I was like. Oh, okay. Well, at least in case it was a fair game, I guess we were all in the same boat. It's just who improvised the best, I guess, out of that.
I think also, I stood there with people watching, and they were like, "Oh, it's so lovely," and I was thinking, "This is not what we practiced yesterday. This is not what I remember seeing." I'm panicking, and they're like, "It looks great," and you're like, "Oh God."
So there's this chaos factor, isn't there, in freestyle? Really, I mean, I've seen some dreadful car crashes where music's gone wrong, but you just got to keep your smile on and keep going.
See, the judges are always so understanding, especially if the music stops or something. They're so good. Do you know what I mean? They're like, right, carry on from there, and we'll. Or if you're near the end, they just let you finish, but don't. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
So they don't mark you down. They're generally very good.
They're quite understanding on the whole.
Well, let's face it, it's a sport where the technology is catching up with the training. And there's a little bit of work to do there. So I mean, we're hoping for MP3s, folks. You've seen it here first. MP3s all the way. Because MP3s aren't going to go wrong. And, if you're doing an international FEI, then they'll ask you for your MP3 in advance. It's already playlisted, and they hit play, and nothing goes wrong. An MP3 can't skip.
Not big technology. This is blowing my brain. I mean, this is something.
Hang on, you're like 20 years younger than me.
That we did at the last big show we went to. Obviously, everybody turns up at the same time, and you're there trying to play your music to the right side. And some of the CDs weren't working, and the morning, literally, some of the people were waiting to go and play or get ready, and you're thinking, this isn't ideal. And there's a queue of people waiting.
Yeah.
It would stress away if they're able to do that, I think.
And they're all really stressed, and you don't need any more. There's no room for more stress in stressage.
True.
Yes.
That is very true.
This can be easily fixed. This is what you're going to do. You're going to fix this part of it.
Well, we're trying. We're dragging freestyle into the 21st century slowly.
Yeah.
Hey guys, can you give our audience 3 tips on how to ride or improve their freestyles? Just 3 each.
Oh, each.
Oh,
I didn't tell you that, did I, in the first thing?
People mine now.
So I'm going to go first. The first one I would say practice it like it's a straight test. So ride it as though you have to ride the movements where you are.
Okay.
So that's how you would train it. But be prepared to cut your corners or improvise where you need to. So if you do have, I don't know, a corner where maybe my mare's quite big, if she's decided that she doesn't want to go near that corner and I don't want to end up having a big mistake, I know I can kind of skim through the corner rather than make an issue of it. So that's always something you can use in your favour. And also really learn where you put your hand up to start your music. There's nothing worse than starting your test ahead or behind your music.
Yeah, that's a really good tip there. And I think we've said it in previous episodes. If you've got your music and you want to practice where you're starting, then actually start on where you're supposed to halt, whether that's at X or I or L. The reason I'm pointing up is because I've got all the letters on the top. Literally, I've got letters all the way around my room, so when I'm talking to clients, I can just go, it's a really good idea. Look, I've got A, D, L, X, I, G. I'm so organised. Anyway, wherever you halt, turn round, face back towards A, start your music, go out of the arena and back round. When your music stops for your halt, that's where you'll be starting.
But also, thinking about it, don't forget, most people obviously are riding in a 20x60 at home.
Yeah.
You have to be aware of if you're starting outside the arena, away from home, that's going to take more time.
That's what I was going to say.
We reckon it's about a marker different. So if you're coming from outside, it's a marker closer to A than if you're coming from the inside.
And you can't practice that.
No, you can't.
I don't jump over the sleepers, and to be honest, I can't see that ending well.
No, you can't ruin the grass.
So what do you reckon? So when you're coming in though, and is it better to halt at where you were going to halt even though your music hasn't stopped, or is it better to keep on going and halt when your music stops?
Always ride to the music.
Halt on your music.
We like that. But
Yeah,
then I guess if you're
that.
further up the arena, say for example you were supposed to stop at X but you've had to halt at I, then when the music starts up, you're a bit too far on collect, I guess, and just take it a little bit slower.
You can always, if that happens, you can always turn off the centre line. So normally you halt and then ride straight up the centre line to say turn right.
Yeah.
If you're halting ahead of your music, you can always turn left and then use the corner to cover that extra time so you're back on track.
You heard it here, folks. That's great. Absolutely great advice. So that's what freestyle is all about. But it's knowing where you're supposed to be at any given point of time by your music.
Yourself get there, yeah.
We love that. There's nothing worse than going to watch freestyle and seeing people doggedly go, I've got to walk at A. I've got to walk at A. Their walk music's already started 10 seconds ago and they're still trying. It's like, Jezz.
Whenever I'm teaching music, like a lot of people that come over to the music, they ride it like a test. And I'm like, you've got to ride to your music. It's more, the judge will be looking for you to ride to your music than you doing your test. That's your
about the flow.
Yeah. The only thing to say is to make sure when you know, like I've just said this a minute ago, but when you do your movements, that you don't change your movements. Always cut wherever else, or say if it's elementary, don't ride a 10-metre circle any faster because that's a mark.
Yeah.
ride your marks, not to.
Yeah, you have to make the compulsory movements what they are.
Oh God, yeah,
And
it's got to be a
you can
10
make-
metre circle because otherwise, you're getting marked on the dressage first and foremost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's quite
It
good.
goes against the law of dressage. Your corners do not matter.
Yeah.
I know. But your circles do. It's got to be a 10 metre circle.
I say to people for one of the tips is actually to find whatever level you're at, to find what straight test you like to ride and use bits of that test into your freestyle.
Oh, interesting.
It always really helps. There's always a test where you think, oh, I like that movement, then add that in. So it is great to just add in all your good bits.
And are you writing freestyles for clients? Are you available for that as well?
Yeah, we always. Oh, my watch is glad to hear that.
What did your watch just say?
He said he was glad to hear that, so that happened too.
Your watch likes me.
So I've done loads of freestyles. I actually really enjoy it. I really enjoy looking at a horse, seeing what they find best, what way they do it, and coming up with something new. And I always put in a bit of a test of some sort. So the judges are used to that sort of floor plan, and it flows normally quite well. I just mix them all up and then see what's best for the horse, really.
Oh, that's lovely. So tell me, on that note, what are your favourite freestyle performances over the years?
I have to say, we love going to Olympia and we watched Charlotte on Allegro and it was unbelievable.
Even now, when you watch it back, it still makes you
I know it's quite typical to say that, but really, it's goosebumps. It's
with the whole British music thing.
Yeah,
The Olympia performance.
There's such a close atmosphere in there as well, and everyone was behind them. It was amazing.
Yeah. The other one I actually really liked was Totalas. There was a Totalas, I think it might have been Weg. And I was quite new to dressage, and I just could not believe it.
Yeah, great.
I mean, it was unbelievable. That was one I never forget.
I think also they forgive in the freestyle. You do get away with a little bit more tension than you would in a normal test.
Yeah, okay.
I've always found that. I feel like it's marked a little bit more forgivingly. So actually you can. And also I find it's a different note. If you have quite a hot horse, I would try not to use such strong beaty music because it's really easy to go down that road. But from experience, when Shakira comes in and you're in the corner, you quite often get to the other corner a lot faster than you anticipate.
Because the excitement, it's yes.
Is the way forwards.
Yeah.
Something a bit lower tone, a bit more kind of sedate, if you're on a sharper horse, definitely helps.
And if not, soundproof ears are amazing.
Or both.
Do they really work, or do you just need to fill your horse's ears with glue?
Yeah, that will work too.
I wasn't serious, folks. I wasn't serious.
Soundproof ears.
Hey, listen, I've got some quick-fire questions for you that Mrs. Equidance put together for me. So this is really, really quick-fire. So, if you can't answer, I'm going to go to the next one. But your favourite ride... It's going to be how 1 and 2. So Lucy and Jezz, okay? Are you ready? Favourite rider? Lucy.
Oh, God. There's too many. Probably Isabel Wild. It has to be.
Oh, nice. Jezz.
Charlotte Desjardins and Catherine Dufour.
Oh, that was 2. Okay. Best dressage horse ever.
Allegro.
Yeah, it has to be, doesn't it? It has to be.
Has to be.
I don't know anyone that could say different.
Favourite breed to ride?
I'm loving Glamourdale.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I like Hanoverians, to be fair. On the whole, I'd say I've ridden some really nice Hanoverian horses.
Okay, how old were you when you started riding?
3.
What?
Yeah.
3? Were you in a basket saddle or something?
Yeah, I remember just being chucked on bareback with a head collar and lever and being told to hold on. So whatever age that was, I would remember.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, my daughter is 2 right now. Do you know what? And she's obsessed by horses. My little Matilda.
Yeah.
Look, my little Matilda. She's obsessed by horses, and all she wants to do is horsey, get on my back, horsey, and then she watched the the Muse thing we did earlier. She watched it yesterday when I was editing it, and she was sat in my chair. And she was going, "Yeah, Daddy, yeah, horsey, horsey." Like this. It was I can't wait. She's going to be an epic freestyle. So
she best freestyle ever.
Let's hope so. Well, she's got a lot to live up to, mate. Why dressage?
you just get hooked. I don't think it was like, neither of us had it as our intention, but you never stop learning, which is amazing. The horses, you just continue to train them. They don't have to be world beaters. They don't have to move the best, but actually you can train them to do some amazing things.
I think I love a challenge, and especially with a horse that isn't even like the best of the best horses. Actually, when you make them good, it's a nice feeling. Or like even a horse that has been a bit tricky in the past, and end up getting it good, and you work it through, and I think that's why dressage, to be honest, because you can it's quite good for your head, I guess, because it's challenging.
Right, gym work, yes or no?
Yes.
Mixture.
Actually, I have a video about this.
or TikTok Tuesday.
I have a video.
The week we're talking about here.
Well, just different sort of gym work for me. I think I have some TikTok videos that you sent me that I'm going to share with us. Guys, you've got to see this because this is hilarious. So I don't know if you've been following these guys, but this is their idea of workouts while they've been on lockdown. Now, you've got to keep quiet here. Keep quiet here, but I'm going to play this J&L workout. Here we go. See what you think of this. Oh, bless them. Look at that. So cute.
What we said we want to do is everyone that's watching has got to give one a go and tag us in it and give it a try.
Is that a thing now? Is it
going to
make
that
thing? Don't hurt yourselves. Like, I don't want to be responsible.
NHS is not required.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's not even go there.
Yours and Kelly's.
So, listen, do you plait your own horses?
Do you what? Plait?
Yeah. Do you plait your own horses?
Oh, but plait them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucy plaits. It will take me about 3 days. So Lucy does it so quickly.
I can plait
so nicely.
in about like 7 to 9 minutes. Like it's about that.
I know. That's the face I pull when she does it.
That's brilliant. So, tails pulled or natural?
Depends on the horse, but generally pulled.
Well, cut. We cut them. We cut them with scissors, not pull, but cut them with scissors. Yeah, definitely pull. Definitely cut.
So, boots, bandages, or naked for training?
Boots.
Generally boots, yeah. If we're having lessons, we'll bandage, but on the whole, it's normally boots.
These are good questions, aren't they?
They are good questions.
So, favourite breeches? What are your favourite breeches?
Oh, I wear kids' procure breeches, and they are...
Yeah, because you're tiny. Because I was thinking, you could do these TikTok videos, because Lucy's so tiny, she's easy to chuck them out.
I'm not that small. Like, I'm not actually...
She's strong. Lucy's strong, so she's got a very full shape, but she's strong in her core. So she's...
Yeah, kids' breeches are the way forward. They're half the price, so if you can do it...
I would say, to be honest, I quite like the King's Lynn or the Equidance ones.
Wow, what a plug that was. Let's hope you get sponsored by them, or are you already?
If Procure are listening, I would gladly accept
I'm sure they are. You hear that? Come on, Procure. These guys are the up-and-coming talent. Right, so tweed, cod or uncod?
Sorry?
You what?
Tweed, cod or uncod?
What does that mean?
Oh. Definitely not tweed, then.
Right. Best dressage boots to ride in?
I've just bought some new Solaris boots.
Of course you have.
Yeah, to be fair, you need a good pair of boots. Like, you do need, and actually I would say the stronger the boot, it does really help your lower legs. So I would say a pair of Koenigs or Petrie's, or that's what I would ride in.
We split the divide, as you can see. Brands are a little bit of a split.
Yeah, we like to shop around. We don't stick to one brand. We both go separate ways.
And how many cups of coffee a day?
Oh, it's tea. It's got to be tea.
Yeah,
As many as possible, but definitely don't start your day without tea.
I'd say 2 to 3. I'm not big. I like tea, but I'm too lazy to make it in the day.
Man, I'll tell you what, so we were supposed to have a Where's Levi tonight, and we couldn't do it because Levi, unfortunately, messaged Kells, Mrs. Equidance, about 10 to 8 going, oh my God, I can't do Where's Levi tonight because my horse has twisted a shoe. And I know. So we really hope everything's okay, Levi, if you're watching, and really sorry we can't have him on tonight, but he'd be a coffee drinker.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he definitely needs
I've never really been...
I love the smell of coffee, but the taste...
Yeah, that's it.
Tea.
So one more question for you guys before we have to sign off. And what could riders be doing right now in preparation for when competition kicks back off?
What we are starting to do is actually test ride. So we're going to go for our test or go for our freestyles and start putting things together. So when we did say this last week about putting everything together, and same with clients online about riding for a test and your freestyles, because it's good to you don't know when you're going to be back out, but at the same time it's good to practice, and it's easy not to practice at the moment having no tests.
I also think I quite often ride my horses with music. So I'll put my phone on and I would ride them with the music. So one, I get an idea of what I like riding to and what I feel fits the horse. But also the horse gets used to having music on whilst you're riding, which I think is a great help. And you've got the time to do it now.
Oh my God, you need one of these, don't you? Hang on a minute, let me just lean over. Guys, have you got one of these yet? Have you got one of our wrist speakers yet?
Someone got me a present for one. They are very good, and I really like them.
This
Lucy
is
hasn't got
my
one.
shameless plug for the Equiblast wrist speaker. Yes. Have you not got one yet, Luce?
No, I'm old school. I've just got the old iPhone and a bit of Spotify at the moment.
But this is Bluetooth, so you can just iPhone Bluetooth to this.
Yeah, maybe I should do that.
I'm going to send you one. So, yeah, I'm going to send you one.
Thank you. That's very
As
kind.
long as you shamelessly plug it for me. But there we go, folks. These are available online right now for $31.99, and you get everything. They are flipping awesome, actually. They sound amazing.
Someone got mine from you.
Listen to that, and it's even got little disco lights. Look.
Oh, that's an upgrade. I got the old one.
No, this is much better. Honestly, these are awesome. But you can Bluetooth them, you can SD card them. They're amazing, and they're available from our website right now, folks. Well, I got to make some money somehow in this stupid COVID lockdown. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure. We got all sorts of guests coming up. You stay right there, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. But just say goodbye to our folks, all right? And I'll speak to you in a minute, all right?
Bye.
Thank you very much. I'm going to put a round of applause there for Jezz and Lucy. Fantastic. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you've enjoyed tonight. There's been lots of things going on. We've gone a little bit over time. However, we still have to do the raffle. Arlie, have we got a random number generator on the raffle yet?
Do you want me to do that now?
Yeah, I'd love you to do that now. Just while Arlie's sorting out who the prize winners are, he's going to tell me who the prize winners are in a minute. A couple of things. First of all, we've got a question from someone come in on the Facebook from a Carol Baskin. She asks, do you do music for tigers? I don't quite know what that's all about. Anyway, Carol Baskin, maybe if you ask your husband. And get booking. Yeah, you can book us now. Also, we are available for clinics. And don't forget tonight, even if you haven't already put money in for the raffle, you can still give to our wonderful cause, which is Horse World, because they really need our help. And how much money have we raised? Are you doing your random number generator now?
We've raised £1,250.
£1,250. That's amazing. Well, that's not all tonight, obviously, but we've done a really good job tonight. So thank you, everyone, for doing that. And the winners of tonight's main prize, the winner is...
Should we do third place first?
Third place first.
Sarah Fassy.
Sarah Fassy has won the pen. That's Sarah Fassy. Can you make a note of that for me, please, Arlie? Sarah Fassy has won the pen. Well done, Sarah Fassy. Let's give you a little... And second prize, Ali. Who's second prize?
Right, let me just generate it.
Just generating the second prize.
Lisa Lowry.
Lisa Lowry.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell the Lowry?
Lowrie.
Lisa Lowry, you've won a £25 voucher. Just get in touch with me and I'll give you a code. Well done, Lisa Lowry. And the big prize winner for tonight for the £130 freestyle, it's up to advanced medium or £130 off PCG and above, is, drumroll,
Alex Hill.
Alex Hill, mate! You've won it! You've won the thing. Amazing, I know, Alex. And I know he's going to be so pleased with that. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Alex Hill. You've won the freestyle, mate. That's amazing. Well, that brings us to the end of our evening. If you've got any questions about what we do, please email us. You can either email mrs.equidance@gmail.com or you can email me via the website. Check out our website at www.equidance.co.uk. What a fantastic evening. We've really enjoyed it. And there's Mrs. Equidance to say goodnight. Good night. Take care. Sweet dreams. Love you lots, folks.